All right, y'all, fans online are definitely raising eyebrows right now because they think Matthew might be throwing a little shade toward his ex-wife, Tina Knowles. So, Matthew recently sat down for an interview while promoting his Destiny's Child tribute concert, but somehow the conversation took a wild turn. Instead of celebrating the group's legacy, he ended up looking a little questionable after suggesting Tina Knowles didn't really contribute to Destiny's Child. The interviewer, Candace Gibson, was actually trying to give credit where it was due. He respectfully pointed out that both Matthew and Miss Tina played major roles in building Destiny's Child from the ground up. But Matthew looked him straight in the face and asked, "What work did she put in?" And I'm sorry, at that moment, everybody watching probably said the same thing. Sir, please be serious.
The same thing to Miss Tina Knowles. You guys put in the work, and obviously the talent was there with your kids and your grandkids.
What work did she put in?
In the hair.
Okay, yeah, maybe absolutely right.
The
And the styling.
The styling.
The imaging, you're right.
She cleaned, sort of preyed on the name, and different aspects of that.
Sure. Sure.
So, yeah. It's a joint effort.
We'll stop now.
Sorry, did I say something wrong?
No. We're good.
All right.
You're good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yep, Matthew definitely looked a little salty in that moment. And anybody who really knows the history of Destiny's Child understands that Miss Tina was putting in serious work behind the scenes. First off, she's actually the one who came up with the name Destiny's Child. She once explained that while reading her Bible, the word destiny stood out to her in a powerful way. Then she noticed the word child as well and decided to combine them. That's literally how the iconic name was born. And when the girls were still trying to break through, Miss Tina even let them use her salon, Headliners, as their rehearsal spot. While she was busy doing clients' hair, customers would sit there watching the girls perform and give feedback. So in many ways, that little salon became the group's first real headquarters. And when it came to their style and image, things weren't easy at first. Back then, big designers didn't want to dress them because they were still unknown. So Miss Tina stepped in and personally made their outfits herself. Stage costumes, performance looks, everything. Every single piece came from her creativity. And let's not forget she handled their hair too. So from head to toe, the signature look people remember was largely her doing. On top of that, she was financially supporting things through the money from her salon, while Matthew left his corporate career to manage the group full-time. The wild part is, he reportedly made that decision without even discussing it with her first. He simply came home and announced he had quit his six-figure job. That meant the financial pressure suddenly landed on her shoulders. And honestly, that's just what people remember off the top of their heads. There was probably a lot more she contributed. So acting like Miss Tina didn't deserve recognition just doesn't sit right with many fans. Now, Matthew later claimed the interviewer, Candace, arrived about 15 minutes late and kept bringing up Miss Tina, even though the conversation was supposed to focus on his concert. But sources close to Candace say that version of events isn't accurate at all, insisting she was simply giving both of them proper credit. Either way, the internet wasted no time calling Matthew out over the moment. And to be honest, a lot of people feel that reaction is understandable. Because when you hear someone suggest Miss Tina didn't contribute much, it raises eyebrows. Let's keep it real for a second. Everyone knows Matthew played a major role in creating Destiny's Child. Nobody can erase that part of the story. He pushed the group toward the level of success they eventually reached, and it's widely believed that without Matthew's management, Beyoncé's career path might have looked very different. He was the one guiding the group professionally. He helped land their deal with Columbia Records back in 1997. He also connected them with major producers like Wyclef Jean and Jermaine Dupri, who were huge names at the time. So no one is saying Matthew didn't put in work, because he absolutely did. In many ways, he was a key driving force behind the machine. But the point people are making is simple. Miss Tina was working just as hard behind the scenes. So now I'm curious what you think about this whole situation. Do you feel Matthew was wrong for throwing a little shade toward Miss Tina when the interviewer was simply acknowledging her contributions? From what many viewers saw, it looked like someone was just giving credit where credit was due. Nothing more, nothing less. But I want to hear your take. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. That's all I've got for now, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I observe so many people who get triggered by couples who have broken up or divorced, who are still cool, still connected, still civil towards each other. I see those type of relationships trigger the fuck out of so many people, right? Case in point, Tina Knowles had invited Matthew onto, I guess, her latest book tour Kelly Rowland was hosting. And I'm seeing so many comments of like, couldn't it be me? Couldn't be me, Miss Tina, da-da-da. And that just reminds me of like, imagine you're a vegan and you get around people and you tell people that you only eat plant-based foods, and someone out of nowhere, because you didn't ask them, but out of nowhere someone's just like, oh no, couldn't be me. I need my meat. That's always been weird to me because no one asks, and no one's telling you you have to eat plant-based. No one's telling you have to be a vegetarian. I feel like there's just so much projection. Not in the case of Tina and Matthew. We know what happened between them, and they've done their work. They've done what they needed to do for them to still be connected in the way that they're connected today. That's their choice, right? I think for other people, seeing that or hearing other people talk about the fact that they are still connected to their ex-partner, whether they've been married. I don't know if y'all are feeling some kind of unconscious ask of you to do the same, because no one's telling you to do that. No one's telling you to do that. And I wouldn't even recommend it. I wouldn't. But if you see someone out here who is doing that, it's really unnecessary for you to add your 2 cents of all the reasons why you wouldn't do it. Don't nobody want to hear that.
Is Matthew and Tina. First off, let's just talk about how many times this woman left this man. She left him so many times. But I think the most, not shocking, but the most surprising part to me was when he dropped her to her friend's house after she gave birth to Solange, and he basically went out to Atlanta to go cheat for like 2 weeks. And she decided then, well, I'm not just gonna go back. Like, I'm not gonna go back. I'm gonna stay. And she stayed gone. Hell, I want to say it was like longer. It was like 3, maybe 4 weeks. She stayed gone, and then she decided to go back. Okay, cool. Like, I've heard a lot of stuff like word of mouth that Miss Tina had left him, but I did not know until reading Matriarch that she left him that many times. I knew of the one time she left him when they lived, because we used to live over there by Welch Middle School, because Beyoncé went to Welch Middle School. And when they talked about that, I knew she had that house because she had left him. Then, to me, Matthew had this very much, I don't want you, but I really don't want nobody else to have you either. It gave that, very much so. And I'm going to give you, and this is just newsflash, this is going to be a spoiler, so if you haven't read the book, I'm sorry. But this is just to show you where, in what parts did I come up with that, like when I got to that point where I realized that's how he was. So the first part was when, it was later on when Miss Tina talks about it's Frenchie's chicken, that chapter. And she talked about how she secretly was going to Galveston, and she was seeing him, meeting up with him. Now, in that part, I want y'all to understand, when Beyoncé, unless Beyoncé has announced she's coming to Houston, Beyoncé can come to Houston, and honestly, we won't even know that lady is here. Like, we really won't know she here.